Oh, I remember these guys. They're the Occult Club. And hey, it's that May that looks like Overwatch May. Hey, May! Hi! Hey there, May. You're early today. Another rhyme. Of course, when we heard you had something intriguing to share with the club, how could we not rush on over? May, calm down. You sound a little overeager. Sorry, Detective, she's just a little worked up. That's May for you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I see it's all the same gang from our Shibuya Hirosaka experiment earlier as well. Hehe, color me surprised to see you all still part of the Occult Club. Takes guts to stay around after what happened in Shibuya. Haha, that's all on May. After that experiment, she really started devoting herself to running the club. She's practically on fire. Take May's dialogue whenever she says I'm on fire from Overwatch. Yeah, that's basically the same thing on what she would say. May would say, another rhyme, yet again. Yep, I owe it to you all now that I know there really are strange mysteries like that lurking around in the world. Just don't say I didn't warn you if you get caught up in something serious one of these days. Oh, I'm doing this research precisely to prevent that from ever happening. You have to know what you're up against to survive. Everyone knows that. Anyway, I'm sorry to call you all out here when you're so busy as it is. No, it's perfectly fine, I promise. When we hear the occult is afoot somewhere, we can't help but come running as fast as we can. That's our job as the Enodin Occult Research Club. Heh, well, I appreciate your vigor. Still, that being said, Tokyo is more than its fair share to occult phenomena going on these days, so why bother coming over to our neck of the woods? Well, when you put it like that, isn't it obvious? Nakano is leagues apart from anything else you could call an occult mecca around here. Exactly, I couldn't have put it better myself, Kenji. That's just what I'd hope for out of the Vice President. Hehehe. Aw, May. Yeesh, Kenji, you're not exactly doing us any favors getting her all hyped up even more, you know. Well, what I said is still true. All sorts of weird, unusual things go down here in Nakano. I mean, there's the bleeding mural that's said to have blood gushing out of mouths and eyes in the lobby on the first floor lobby, for starters. Then there's the skeleton pool, home to a pile of abandoned corpses that turned to bones overnight. Rumor also has it that late at night there are people clad in white flying over the roof while holding a hidden sabbat. And then you've also got the mysterious fish rains that have poured down over Nakano for ages, foretelling imminent misfortune. All those things remain unsolved, so naturally... Funny you should mention those specifically, because I actually saw them all already. What? You did? You already solved them? What's this already talk? This is my home base, and as a detective, if you tell me something weird is up, of course I'm going to look around. That's all long in the past. Aww. Hehe, why the long face? I didn't say this case wouldn't be up your alley. As for your reward this time around, how about I give you guys my file with all the so-called supernatural cases I've worked on? Oh then, of course we'll do it. Tell us more. That's the spirit. I fully intend to make use of your club's unique expertise for today's case. As we've already discussed, Tokyo has become a real hotbed for the supernatural, and it goes without saying that Nakano is no exception. The reports and complaints I've been getting from other tenants don't look to be letting up anytime soon, and so they've asked me to solve some. But even with my assistant on board, there are just too many for us to handle by ourselves. There are essentially 4 different odd phenomena going on around here that I want you guys to solve with your passion and young sensibility. 4 oddities. Okay, go on. first I want to figure out what's behind three-legged Matthew, who wanders around these parts in search of something. Then I want you to look into the Kata Kata who roams the floors of Nakano Broadway. After that, go look into the Reaper elevator, which ascends from the basement to the 4th floor at 2 AM. And last, but certainly not least, see what you can find out about Master Tip Tap, a spirit. Ooh, these all sound great. This is going to be lots of fun to work on. I've given these legends their names based on eyewitness accounts I've heard. Now it's on you guys to solve Nakano's urban legends, alright? What do you say? Will you go for it? Okay, this is so exciting! I can't wait to get started. Everybody, we're heading to K Cafe to formulate our plan on the double. May, wait up! Those two sure can't contain themselves. Well, we better indulge them and head on over. Not like we have much of a choice. And finally, I come in. Don't think you get to take it easy now. You're joining up with them too. Of course. This might be a bit awkward to ask, but I've noticed your assistant kind of just zones out sometimes. Is everything alright? It's nothing too severe right now, but I can tell things are starting to get unstable with David's body. Control over Data is slipping. Really, David seems to have even forgotten what's happened there. Well, now that we're well into the night, our time has finally come to spring into action. Since we're here, might as well start on the 1st floor. We're going through every floor and checking whether these strange things are actually taking place, right? Right, since the reports of three-legged Matthew seem to center around this floor. We'll start with that for now and go from there. Alright, then let's get to work. So there's no reason to go outside right now. Duh. So, pop quiz. What is the southernmost district in Tokyo? I'm sorry, I'd have to look that up. That's from Ground Locomon, so we'll talk to Kenji. I figured out a little three-legged Matthew's backstory, so get this. 30 years ago, there was this popular Anita doll whose clothes you could swap out. Matthew was another doll who was her ex-boyfriend. Sorry. Originally, he was described as being her fiancé, but another male doll that showed up later, Lance, a diplomat, became popular. At some point, Lance and Anita got hitched and Matthew was relegated to the ex-boyfriend position. Here's May. It turns out there's an epilogue of sorts to Matthew's story. After he lost Anita to Lance, Matthew went insane and attacked Lance, chopping his body up and sending the pieces to Anita. But things didn't go entirely according to plan when he tried to send the final piece to her, a single leg. Because, as it turned out, Anita was putting Lance's body back together using forbidden dark magic. What Matthew didn't respond was attach that final leg to his own body, ostensibly in an effort to ensure Lance could never be revived. Ever since, he's apparently been walking around with much difficulty on his 3 legs, roaming about here and there. Forever searching for memories of the good old days he and Anita once had. Okay, so it's Lily. Hehe, you know, I think Manaka and Kenji make for a cute pair, don't you? Oh, but don't tell them I said that, okay? Sure thing. Manaka. Nakano Broadway at night feels really creepy. I mean, during the day, there are some floors I don't like visiting, but this is something else. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Alright, then on to the 2nd floor. First verse, same as the... Oh, excuse me. 2nd verse, same as the 1st. Well, not really a verse, but I guess, well, on to the next one. Now let's turn our attention to Kata Kata. Well, time's a-wasting. Off we go. Alright. From what I can tell, Kata Kata is derived from the famous Teke Teke legend. Teke Teke is an apparition who lost her feet in a train accident. She could travel up to 150 kilometers per hour with just her arms, laughing as she pursues people. Kata Kata is therefore an altered form that Teke Teke came to adopt after many years. I doubt that's how you pronounce it, but I'm going to take a guess. The name Teke Teke supposedly comes from the sound she makes when she moves with her arms. So where does Kata Kata come from? So many mysteries, even at night. I don't think anybody up against a spirit that could go 150 kilometers an hour would have any hope of escaping. If you bump into it, it's game over. Hehe, Manaka's such a fraidy cat, but she still loves it when Kenji talks about occult stories all passionately and stuff. Nothing to report here either. Yep, let's make our way up to the 3rd floor. What will we run into up here, I wonder? Only one way to find out. Let's split up and get to work, everyone. Wow, she's so hyped. You seem totally bored, Lily. You're just spouting weird stuff now. Hey, Manaka. How are things going with you and Kenji? How far have you two progressed? Tell me! What better time is there to talk about love than the middle of the night? She must be really obsessed to know. If you happen to meet Kata Kata, she'll ask, "Need your legs?" If you don't give her the right response, she'll run off with yours. What's the right response? It's, "I'm using them right now." She's surprisingly cooperative, it turns out. Good grief. Alright. And Kenji. Oh hey, I think I figured out why she's called Kata Kata. Kata Kata originally lost her legs after falling onto train tracks in Hokkaido, so maybe her name comes from the sound teeth make when chattering. Well, why isn't there anything special happening tonight? We've got one more floor to go. Surely there's something to find up on the 4th floor. Come on, let's head for the elevator. Alright, come to us, O Reaper Elevator. Make thyself known before us. It's past 2 a.m. now. Why? Why isn't anything showing up? I called out to it and everything, but there's no sign of it appearing at all. This sucks! I hate it! I just want to see the Grim Reaper at least once in my lifetime. Is that too much to ask? May, it's okay. There's still hope. Just keep it together. Wow, I never took her to be the type to throw a tantrum when things go poorly. May, we're getting worried about you. Why don't we take a little break at K Cafe? When we met up earlier yesterday afternoon, the owner said it was fine to use it as a break room. It shouldn't be locked. She's not going to listen to reason. I'm in favor of it. I'm beat. I could use a rest after all that investigating. We can't! There's still Katsu to check. We have to check everything again, top to bottom. There has to be something here. I just know it. Alright, we get it. Let's go inside K Cafe for a bit so we can reassess the situation. Sound good to you? And here we are. There's nothing here. No ghosts, no spirits, nothing. Nothing. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Oh, cheer up. Since when does the good stuff ever happen on the first day you do this sort of work? What? I just want to see Matthew, Kata Kata, the Reaper Elevator, and Master Tip Tap. It's okay, May, really. I'm sure something will come along soon. Really? You sure? Eep! What's wrong? Don't you guys hear it? You're right. Is that the elevator? Maybe it's Kyoko? But she's not the only resident here. Who could it be? Well, maybe it's a cop. That sound just now. Did the elevator just arrive on this floor? It must have. It's the Reaper elevator. It came. I knew it was real all along. Tip-tap. Tip-tap. Oh my god. That sound. Is that Master Tip-tap? Kata kata. Kata kata. The doorknob. But now it's a different sound. Don't tell me it's... Yeah! Yeah! Wait, was that somebody's voice? What's going on? What are you kids doing in here? We could ask the same question. Why are you here so late? Late? Missy, it's morning already. I always come in here to relax around this time. Huh? But it's not even 4 yet. Well, actually, it makes sense. My grandpa tends to get up really early too. Oh, I get it now. That's why the K-Cafe owner had this place unlocked. It's so this guy can use it. Hey David, what's wrong? Huh? Wait, am I seeing what I think I am? Is that a third leg? What? What are you blathering about now? Kata kata. Those dentures. Are they making that chattering noise because they are misaligned? You also come from that elevator, which would make you the Reaper? Hey, who are you calling a Reaper? Then the tapping sound must have come from... No! You mean to tell me that this old guy is the one behind all the local urban legends here? You have to be. You have to be kidding. Oh. May's mournful cries could be heard all throughout the building that night. So it looks like you guys came through and solved all the mysteries. I couldn't have asked for a better end result than what you found out. What's so good about it? It was all just because that old guy takes early morning walks. Perhaps, but as they say, truth is stranger than fiction. Get real here. Who could have ever seen any of this coming? Let me ask you something. While you were out running around solving mysteries, what were you picturing inside your head? Did you see things in pitch dark? Did you hear things in deafening silence? Personally, in my opinion, I'd say such strong human imaginations are key to engaging in supernatural research. I feel like I kind of get it, but don't at the same time. Those are just my own thoughts on the matter. Don't read too deeply into them. Hopefully, having reached the conclusion that you guys have, it's given you some things to think about individually. Now, as promised, I believe I have my files to hand off as your reward. Those won't be necessary. We'll solve those other mysteries ourselves through our own efforts. Our own efforts. And our boundless passion and imagination. Oh, that's a fantastic attitude to have. Wow, Kenji, that's actually kind of cool of you to say that. Indeed it was. Perhaps I was out of line then. If you insist that much, then I won't worry about. Oh no, we'll still gladly take them off your hands, Detective. What are you saying, May? Haven't you been paying any attention to what's going on? So, do you mean to tell me you're not even a little interested in what's inside those files? Really, Manaka? Well, maybe just a little. If you aren't, then I'll just go ahead and read them by myself. Hey, that's no fair! Man, and here I was thinking I was acting cool for once, too. Aw, Kenji, you did great. Don't let things get you down. Just try harder next time. Well, I'm gonna take off now. Catch you two later. Looks like it's just the two of us again, David. Hehe. I didn't expect them to run off with only one of my files. Either way, we can now report back to the other tenants that those issues have been taken care of. Hopefully that'll improve our standing a little. Those occult club kids are something, though. They're growing up so fast. Maybe one of these days they'll start to be friendly rivals of yours. That'd be fun, right? What makes me drag my old bones out here every morning, I wonder? This place feels real nostalgic to me for some reason, but I can't pinpoint the reason why. What the? Miko. Investigation of Nakano's legendary busters complete. Report back to the detective agency. Up a message? Then we'll get this finalized. Russ Tyrannomon. I got asked what I'd do if I turned to human, but I couldn't think of anything. You haven't been around humans all that long. Let's hang out and talk more. Alright, let's finalize this. BAM! So there you have it. It's always interesting how mysteries often lead and tie into one another, but I digress. Great work as always. Get ready for another case soon. Alright. Looks like that's all those optional cases. What am I doing? So now we'll probably find out if it's ready to take on... if it's time to take on Examon.